Amazing grace, how sweet a song that saved a wretch like me. I was once lost, but now I'm found. Let me stop there. That wonderful song that is believed to be sung 10 million times every year was written by John Newton. John Newton was born in 1725 and he died in 1807. His mother died when he was 6 years old, and because of the trauma, he was a little bit dysfunctional. His father, who was a sailor, took him to sea at the age of 10. He wanted him to go to Jamaica to work in sugarcane plantations. But later he was conscripted into the Royal Navy. At one point, he wanted to abscond from the Navy and he was caught, tied to the ship and stripped naked from the up down and flogged terribly. And he felt humiliated. And in fact, he wanted to kill the captain of the ship. But some people you see can have very turbulent backgrounds, but God usually has a purpose for them. So no matter the turbulence your child might be passing through, no matter the turbulence you might be passing through, sometimes it is the purpose in you that the devil is attempting to destroy. It's only mango trees that have fruit that children stone or climb. It might be the future in you that is subject to attack. And so John Newton joined another ship that was carrying goods to West Africa. When he got to West Africa, he found out that in return, they will carry slaves. So he became part of the slave trade. There are different versions of the story. Some said that one day he was a very troublesome person and he was abandoned in Sierra Leone. Where he was abandoned in Sierra Leone, one of the slave traders abandoned him and made him a slave to his African mistress, who was a powerful slave dealer in Sierra Leone. In fact, where he was held captive is named Newton in Sierra Leone. Newton, Waterloo, and Freetown, quite close together. And Newton in Sierra Leone and where John Newton comes from still have cordial relationship till today. And so here was this troublesome young man abandoned in Africa, became a slave to an African slave dealer. But his father sent people to go and look for him. And they found him and rescued him and brought him back to the United Kingdom. He was quite a troublesome, turbulent young man, and you can't blame him. But along the line, someone once wrote also that he was a drunkard. That one time he drank the rum in the ship and the captain threw him into the sea. And that one of the seamen used a fishing hook to hook him on his thigh and drag him back into the ship. And that the wound healed subsequently, that a man's fist could enter. I've tried to check in the internet. I've not seen that story. It might be there. But John Newton was a turbulent person. And he did slave trades and he partook and saw the punishment of Africans as slaves and the sale of Africans in Liverpool. And then a point came, they were returning to the UK. They had a ship. They had a terrible storm. And as an unbeliever, he prayed. God answers. God answers unbeliever prayers. He prayed, and the storm gradually died down. And when he got to England, his heart started pricking him. He accepted the theology of the Anglican Communion. But it was much, much later that he fully consecrated his life to Christ. And he became a clergyman, an ordained minister. Imagine the drunkard, the rebellious young man, the man who was captured in West Africa. I was once lost, but now I'm found. Whose father sent people to look for him and found him. Was bound, but now I'm free. So that song he wrote in 1772 was the story of his life, story of his experience, story of how God saved him from disaster, saved him from being a slave trader, saved him from being a lost soul. And that song has made impact on the lives of many people. I don't know, one of the commonest things I see on my page, comments that people make, they have lost interest in Christianity. Some of them take pride in being unbelievers or atheists. If you don't believe in God, you believe in something. Your unbelief is a belief. So, people like me went through very turbulent times in early childhood from very dysfunctional backgrounds. My granddaughter is here, so I won't be able to say some of the things we passed through when we were growing up. But God met me during my National Youth Service year at Aba, and my wife and I got born again the same instant in the Living Word Ministries run by Chinyere Okorie and brother Ima Okorie. And we've been on since 1987 till date, and I can find the glorious hand of God upon my life. When I see the manifestation of God's grace and what He is using one to do in the kingdom, there's no man God cannot change. No matter how far you have gone, no matter the sins you have committed, no matter the atrocities you have committed, God is calling you. Just like as He called John Newton. And as I said in the song of What a Friend We Have in Jesus, there is a deposit in you. There is a seed in you that is going to bless humanity, that is going to manifest. John Newton didn't build big houses. He didn't own many cars. He didn't run a school like Dr. Apoki. But he left a song. That song is in the hearts of so many people who have experienced His saving grace. John Newton left a town in Sierra Leone, Newton's town, and just like David Livingstone I might talk about in one of these videos, give your life to Christ today. Accept Him into your life, like as I did, and my life transformed. I'm who I am today because of Jesus. May you accept Him into your life, and a newness will come into your life. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Please share these videos, subscribe to this channel, and then make sure you send me a message on +234 705213 6763. We have a seminar coming up on the 1st of April, our usual Word and Wisdom Conference. 1st of April by 10 a.m. When you send a message to +234 705213 6763, I will send you a flyer on how you can register. People have been registering from different countries. God bless you.